Brilliant sequence from the Italian, just seamlessly going from forehand to backhand, about the same amount of power in each, and then she's got the opening break chance here. Able to change direction on that short ball and made Gasparyan pay for it. Oh, goodness, with that topspin backhand return from Giorgi, and she sends a very emphatic message for the first two games of this match as she grabs the break. The level of power that she brings, it can be tough to overcome that. She's playing the kind of tennis we've seen over these first two games. Ability to mix in that body serve, just completely lock up Gasparyan. That's what makes the power more effective, when you can follow it with a very solid plan B. Back to plan A, and that sets up a couple of game points to race out to a 3-love lead for Giorgi. Just holds it for an extra second at the top of the motion and just snaps off that serve with big power down the center. Statement of intent from the Italian as that caught the sideline, and Camila Giorgi has raced down to a 3-love lead. She has put this match on her racket. Now we've got to see what kind of response Margarita Gasparyan can come up with. Only 2 spots separate Margarita Gasparyan and Camila Giorgi in the WTA rankings, but it's 3 games separating the two right now. We've only played 3 games. It's Camila Giorgi trying to stay cool after a roaring hot start. She has held serve twice with ease, and she's broken Margarita Gasparyan. The Russian just really with no answer so far for just the sheer amount of power and pace that Giorgi brings onto the court. And Gasparyan's a player who can hit big as well, but Giorgi has just not given her the opportunity to do so. Waiting for the fans to settle here. Gasparyan was more of the physical question mark entering this match. As you see the taping on the left knee, retired in her first match after having retired at Wimbledon. It was on clay. Baltic Open, and here she just can't find a serve. She's double faulted twice. It's 2 quick points to Camila Giorgi. Gasparyan lost in the first round of qualifying in Cincinnati to Rebecca Peterson. 3 knee surgeries over the last couple of years. She had various injury problems over her first few years on tour. Still just 24 though, so there is time, but it's a matter of everything getting going at the same time. Putting it all together, making the most of that opening. Got herself back on track here, 30-all. Be a solution though for Gasparyan to get Giorgi just moving, not giving her quite as much time to set up and rip it. She pushed her back with that deep forehand. Off balance forehand well long, so there's a chance for Gasparyan just to get her forward. Took the break as she looks across the court, then up in the chair, but has to come up with a second serve. Gasparyan gets a bit of good fortune as she gets herself on the board. Better in that service game, but Giorgi has shown no signs of relenting on her own serve. Now it was a must for both players on this steamy now early afternoon, a couple of minutes after 12 here from the Bronx, New York. Thanks for joining us here at the Cary Leeds Center for Tennis and Learning. First ever Bronx Open. Clock here, we've got 1 winner through already on the stadium court. That was Andrea Petkovic. She awaits the winner of this one after beating Zheng Shui in the first match of the day. Gasparyan finding an opening, showing off that one-hander. It's a shot that it's going to miss, you're going to make, but you take the good with bad, and that was very much the good off that one-hand backhand. Here's the great serve right up the center from Giorgi. No chance for Gasparyan to get anywhere near it. ace of the match for the Italian.
That's
a body blow delivered by Gasparyan. First time she's been able to step into one of the big serves from Giorgi and rip her own forehand. And see with the positive body language that she recognizes that's an encouraging sign. Took her a little while to find her footing, but she seems to have discovered it now. 2-2 good again from Giorgi, and how many times have we said it as the ground stroke sets up the net approach. Perfect approach shot with that backhand. And then did not miss. Giorgi keeps this first set confidently on her side, but Gasparyan's level has absolutely improved, so this one certainly by no means over in the first set, but it is a comfortable looking lead, 4-1 for Camila Giorgi. Staying cool almost as important as connecting on first serves on this warm Monday afternoon in New York. It feels like more than 90 degrees Fahrenheit as Camila Giorgi's been quick to use that ice towel around her head. Margarita Gasparyan also trying to stay cool with it, but it's been Giorgi who has been the hotter of these two players, although Gasparyan has certainly stabilized a bit and seems to have found her place in this match. Pushed Giorgi in Giorgi's last service game. She held for the first time, but still, after Giorgi won the first 3 games of the match, the Italian with the advantage. Gasparyan trying to keep it to just one break down. He's not sure about that. So that was the backhand absolutely smoked by Giorgi. It was called good. Complaint from Giorgi. No real complaint from Gasparyan, just pointed to the mark. What a return from Giorgi, who read that serve well. Got a decent amount of kick from Gasparyan up the center, but not high enough as Giorgi one step and sweeping the backhand. She's now found an opening here at 15:30. It's an opening that's good. As the forehand goes off from the Russian. As Camila Giorgi pair of break points. Finds herself firmly in front of 5-1. So much set. Done just that. The return too good from the Italian as Gasparyan not able to get that serve out wide enough. Giorgi with a perfect split step. And able just to angle that against so much power behind the return. And it's the power that has brought her through most of this first set. So she's now got a chance to serve out. Broken Gasparyan twice. She's been pretty much untouchable on her own serve on 5-1 now. She lost 5 points on serve, and that continues. It's been the first serve that's been so good for Giorgi. Hits the ball so hard, she's not getting all of them in. It's about half. She hit the ball. And faced a break point. She's now 3 points from this opening set. Said the serve hasn't really been threatened, but we've seen a couple of double faults now. That's 3 from Giorgi. More than you want, but how well she's been playing behind her serve, you'll tolerate that for the time being. Home yet though, his first set, is that forehand just missed long, so. Plot twist here. She rushed that forehand ever so slightly and now finds herself down 2 break points. First break point she's had to deal with in this match. So an opportunity for Gasparyan to, at the very least, keep this set alive. Gasparyan has kept this set alive. So not yet for Camila Giorgi. Still has the lead, but Gasparyan, let's see if she can turn that into some momentum. As she has been broken twice, but if Giorgi can break her again, Giorgi will wrap up the set, but that's one chance come and gone for the Italian. Margarita Gasparyan's given herself a new lease on life here in this opening set. She was able to break Camila Giorgi, still down, but if she can just hold her serve here, which has been the challenge for the 24-year-old from Russia in this first set, she'll need a little bit more pressure on her Italian opponent. Giorgi was up 5-1 when broken for the first time in this match. She had not faced a break point before that last game and looked a bit rushed. The pressure, it affects everybody. Gasparyan will serve with new balls. If nothing else, this is very encouraging for Gasparyan heading into the second set of this match. Giorgi's already tried and failed to serve it out once. She can hold here, then even if Giorgi does hold, just those last couple of games would give her a big lift. Gasparyan's well on her way to what would be the easiest hold for her so far. Positive body language from Gasparyan. Opportunity number 2 for Giorgi to serve this out, but it's becoming a little bit more of a tricky proposition as her time has just gone off ever so slightly over the last handful of games. On the first 3 games of this opening set, broken Gasparyan twice. It's a second chance to serve out this opening set. I've seen Gasparyan come in too much, and it is something she will do to mix things up. I like the idea, it was just the execution that was a bit off. Big time sequence from Giorgi. That's what we saw, especially in the third part of this opening set. Huge serve, setting up powerful options off the ground. She's got power in abundance. Let's put her 2 points from this opening set. Change up on the return, working from Gasparyan. Giorgi then crushed the serve, but Gasparyan with the slice return, just blocking it back and trying to Giorgi generate her own pace. Italian wasn't able to get that done. Giorgi's play there, just trying to hit through the Gasparyan backhand, but Gasparyan was able to hold her own there. And Giorgi revert to her plan B. unfortunate for Gasparyan, who's really played a whole lot better over the last 10 or so minutes of this set. Now finds herself down a set point. Camila Giorgi, who came out of the gate the much hotter player, has been able to keep that level. Now that Gasparyan's gotten us closer, now has a set point. It's power from start to finish for the Italian, finishing with some impressive placement. Gasparyan's requesting a coaching visit, but that first set, Camila Giorgi, she got off to the hot start. Gasparyan rallied in impressive fashion, but Giorgi just too good throughout. And in just over half an hour, she's got the first set in the bag. Second set just about to get underway. Camila Giorgi won the first set over Margarita Gasparyan 6-3, but Gasparyan much better later in that opening set. Really made Giorgi fight to put that set away. It was just the lead that Giorgi had opened up was a bit too much for the Russian, who did receive a coaching visit during the set break. I wonder what the effect the positive finish from Gasparyan's perspective of the opening set moving forward. Time called, so they'll head back on court. Looking at the numbers from that opening set, one thing that really hurt Gasparyan was the second serve point. She only won 2 of the 8 she had to play on her second serve. One of those problems came early, though. She was broken twice. First and third games. She'll serve first to begin this second set. Depth of Giorgi just causing those problems. Put a little bit extra topspin on that forehand. Carried that extra bit deeper. Gasparyan was out of position. More depth from the Italian, just making Gasparyan play these balls from the baseline instead of a step or two into the court. And that's Giorgi's biggest weapon. She's not shy about taking advantage as she's created an opening for herself early in this second set. Who were overruled by the chair umpire, and they will replay that point. It's Gasparyan, when she winds up in the corner, she'll oftentimes try to pull the trigger quickly. That was the play there with the backhand. She's a bit of a new lease on life. Quickly now finds herself in the same hole where she began the opening set. Down break points. Camila Giorgi grabbed the opening break in the first and do the same right here in the Opening game of set 2. You see the scoreboard behind 24-year-old Margarita Gasparyan. 6-3. The first set went just over half an hour. Camila Giorgi. Serve from Gasparyan.
15-14.
Kick on that serve. Gasparyan's now saved 2 break points. The best way to save a 3rd break point, smashing an ace out wide. Ace the match for Gasparyan.
Advantage, Gasparyan.
Make solid contact with some of these returns, and now Gasparyan's got a chance to hold here. She was down love 40. Not quite though.
Advantage, Gasparyan.
Gasparyan, an impressive start to this second set, comes down from
First game, second set.
love 40. Saves 4 break points along the way and holds to begin the second set. Drink is important here during the change of ends because they still have 2 more games to play after certainly the longest game we've seen so far. Conditions absolutely coming into play right now. It's say only somewhat sarcastically, but it is 85 degrees, but it feels a whole lot warmer than that. 93 right now with 68% humidity. Giorgi did not look quite as sharp over the bulk of the second half rather, of the opening set as she did over the first half. Looked good in closing it out, but right there, another double fault. Giorgi raced through the first 3 games of the opening set. The serve right now is the problem. One-hander from Gasparyan that can do a lot of damage. Right there, she's able just to hit it needle straight right up the line. And she's now into this Giorgi service game. Absolutely a different feel here over the early minutes of the second set. Gasparyan suddenly turning up the volume. It's pretty hard, but there she's got the vocal strength to go with it. Quality response here from Giorgi, who was down love 30 in this game. Almost mirroring what Gasparyan did to begin this set. Breeze begins to blow for the first time today. It's working somewhat into the face of Giorgi. Conditions aren't affecting her though. She sears another forehand for a winner. We are even up at a game apiece through the first two of this second set. Gasparyan hitting bigger and sounding bigger, but that second serve the problem right now. We said in the first set she only won 2 of the 8 points played behind her second serve. Better here in the second set. She's 2 for 4. Up that sideline, reach it out over the oncoming Giorgi to get it. Giorgi's been very rarely out of position, and she's not out of position here. It was just Gasparyan able to lean down, sweep that across with the forehand. She's got a chance for 2-1. And some much needed shade and a quick drink. She's got it. Gasparyan really looking sharper in this second set. Giorgi's been solid throughout. She's got the first set in the bag, but Gasparyan clearly not going anywhere except to get a cool drink. That's well deserved. umbrella looking like a pretty good spot to be right now, as it is a warm, warm Monday afternoon in the Bronx, and it's early afternoon, so it's only going to get warmer. Margarita Gasparyan not struggling with the conditions. She struggled at points in the first set, but has looked a whole lot better in the second against Camila Giorgi, as she is giving the Italian many more things to think about. Giorgi's level, while it came out almost sky high, has dropped off a bit. She is up a set, though, and now trying to keep this second set on serve. Power's been there throughout. That's not going anywhere for Giorgi. It's been the consistency that has dipped a bit. Second game in a row where she's found herself in a left 30 hole. She clawed out of it last time. Huge serve is just what the doctor ordered, and she crushed that one out wide. Just to generate that easy power and set yourself up for what's almost a free point. Gasparyan visibly frustrated with herself as she has a long look skyward before trudging to the other side of the court. That's the second game in a row. Giorgi's gotten it back to level terms after a left 30 start. Better from Giorgi, and you see the confidence level rising as she takes that ball out of the air on the volley and smacks it square for another winner in 40-30.
Yeah, Giorgi. 2 games on.
Great impressive response from Giorgi. Second game in a row where she fell into a love 30 hole and got it all together to keep things on level terms. Now 2 games all through the first 4 in this second set. Andrea Petkovic awaits the winner. So she opened the day here on this Monday in the Bronx with a win over Zheng Shui of China. Otherworldly defense from Gasparyan, but eventually the dam was going to burst, because that's the kind of power that Camila Giorgi brings just to every single shot in this rally. First with the backhand, she's never out of position. And there was no doubt about that forehand, and Gasparyan knew it. Good way to get yourself out of trouble if you're Gasparyan. Just absolutely smoked that running forehand. Giorgi looks like she's trying to avoid hitting into the Gasparyan backhand, but Russia making her pay off the forehand wing. Turn though too good.
15-30.
Push Gasparyan off balance, and chance developing once again for Camila Giorgi. Giorgi opening up the court. Now the chance has really opened. Almost no discernible difference in terms of the amount of power and placement she gets from the forehand to the backhand. Just very solid off both sides. And now she has created a break chance yet again. She had 3 break points in Gasparyan's first game of this set. The Russian rallied from love 40 down to hold there, say 4 along the way. Bit of a pickle here as Giorgi steps inside the baseline and looks ready to pounce on this. Doesn't need to, just has to watch as Gasparyan falters, and it's Giorgi up a set. And now out in front here in the second. Camila Giorgi is halfway through this second set and a spot in the second round.
Time.
Camila Giorgi up a set and now has grabbed the initiative in this second set. Only breaking Margarita Gasparyan for the first time in the set. A chance to put herself firmly in front and take another step towards the second round of the Bronx Open. Gasparyan taking a play out of the Giorgi playbook and just bringing plenty of power, plenty of depth, and not pulling back on that at all.
$40-15. Giorgi.
That's Giorgi firmly in the ascendancy here now, 4-2
by 4 games to 2.
Second set. But this is about the point in the opening set where Gasparyan really picked herself up. It looked like she was in danger of being blown away. Strung together back-to-back games to make Giorgi serve it out. She broke her once in the process. Obviously the stakes higher now with that first set already having gone, but if there's a time for Gasparyan to respond, that time is right now.
59.
Miss hit's working for Camila Giorgi, who holds the racket up to apologize. She's shown off plenty of power throughout the day, but there a bit of luck on her side as Gasparyan. Great serve. It's a tough one to quickly get out of your system, especially when you're set 2-4 down. Stronger throughout, but she also looks physically stronger. She's got 2 break points. The conditions not getting to her where we've seen Gasparyan's shoulders slump a bit. It gets a bit slower, and there's certainly no shame in that. It feels like it's in the mid-90s.
30-40.
It's 1 break point save, though.
Game Giorgi.
That's Giorgi game away from the second round with yet another break. She will serve put herself into the second round of the Bronx Open. She has looked ready to rock from the first point, and now she is on the verge. Camila Giorgi 1 game away from a trip to the second round of the Bronx Open. Andrea Petkovic awaits. The Italian here up a set and 5-2 on Margarita Gasparyan. And Giorgi, after breaking Gasparyan for the fourth time in the match, heads out to the far baseline on this warm and steamy Monday afternoon. Solid throughout. The power's been there from the outset. That's exactly what you expected. It's what Gasparyan would have expected. Giorgi consistent generally with the power and just that bit better in the big moments of the match. Confident start.
15 love. Facile love.
That's the ace, and that brings up triple match point. What's been a comprehensive performance from Camila Giorgi. Four aces in the match.
40-50.
Also now 5 double faults for the Italian. A bit higher than she'd like, but other than that, not much to quibble with so far. She's now got 2 match points up, 5-2 here in the second. She's got a spot in the second round of the Bronx Open. Camila Giorgi rock solid throughout. The power just too much from the Italian as she overwhelmed Margarita Gasparyan 6-3.